Okay, welcome back to the development for Kitty Found a Camera. Yesterday I had some fun streaming a horsey game, but today, what could be more fun than finishing all those textures that I haven't finished yet, and I was supposed to finish last week. Oh wait, did I actually make sure to save all those files? Hopefully I did. Basically, I have a whole bunch of texture assets that are like blank right now. So I'm going to go through all those and see if I got them. But okay. Oh wait, hang on. Let's get all my stuff actually up and ready. Okay. It's funny, I stayed up until like 5 in the morning because I categorized in horsey game. I was breeding so many horses that I wound up actually making a notebook after the VOD and reviewing the video to see the lineage of every single horse. And it's funny how many horses, like, I forgot about completely. Like, I would literally get them from somewhere, and then I'd, like, 10 minutes later be like, where the hell did this horse come from? In fact, sometimes it was more like 2 minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes after the fact. But okay, we don't need the church, we need the duplex to close everything else. Because, yeah, we got a lot of textures that I need to do, so let's figure out if I even have those textures. Ooh. Disappointing start. I did the work of like getting all of these textures started, and then I forgot where I put them. Oh wait, no, I put them on my other computer. There's like 30 files. I'm trying to think if I want to do something with those. No, I think that's just going to be lost time. One of those unfortunate inefficiencies. Oh yeah, I'm working on a video, so don't mind the inscrutable files there. Oh yeah, this is weekly 22. That video was banned on YouTube. Too hot for YouTube. Mostly because I showed clips of another video that was removed from YouTube and got me a warning. To explain why it shouldn't have been removed and shouldn't have gotten me a warning. The AI does not know that. But in my defense, they literally had a clip. Wait, hang on. What the heck am I doing? Right, 16 jams. Wait, we don't even need anything yet. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do 1024 by 1024. Yeah, the YouTube quiz said, like, you're allowed to show clips of, like, extremist content as long as it's for commentary purposes. So I thought I was in the clear, but it turns out their AI does not know that. Classic. But okay, what I'm doing now is we need a few things. This is going to be a way to make it easier to, like, mass manufacture these, whatever they are, textures. Because I typically have 3 kinds of noise that I layer on top of them for, like, some nice looking texture. So, all 3 are random noise with max opacity, set to a multiply layer. And there's going to be 3 of them. There's going to be noise, grain, and grunge. And just for the sake of variety, I will make them different noise textures. Wait, hang on. The layer can't be transparent, or else it doesn't work. But okay, and then each of these will have a different visual effect. So for this one, for example, artistic oil paint. Probably 2 is typically a good size. Okay, so if we zoom in, eventually, there we go. That makes this nice little pattern here. So if this is like lower opacity and a multiply, which is exactly the same on white. But you can see how this would provide a nice little like mottled texture for that. And then grain has a different thing. Blur, motion blur. This. In fact, I'm going to make it a little bit longer even. Oh, interesting. That actually makes it like less long. Oh, is it? Oh, interesting. Even numbers mess up the grain here. I'm gonna do 9, I think. So you can see now, if I adjust the like hue and opacity, or like, yeah, hue, saturation and stuff, this adds kind of a wood grain effect that's very good at low pixel counts. And then we just have a plain random noise. So these will be, let's save this as like noise. Basically, I will no longer... This is going to be how I automate this noise texture. I was wanting to make a script for a long time, but what if I just instead make 3 pre-made images? So I'm going to put this here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do... Let's go through all of my things that need textures. Oh yeah, here's my lineage of horses. I made so many goddamn horses in Horsey Game. So yeah, there's and I was trying to like figure out what each chromosome on the horse did. Yeah. I'm getting into Horsey Game. I think I'm gonna be a Horsey Game guy from now on. Yeah, one of them ate plutonium and got brain dead. I just sold him to somebody else, but okay. What I'm gonna be doing: get UVs. Bathtub. Let's go back to the duplex. So yeah. We need the UVs for bathtub. We need the UVs for the small trash can. I am quite proud of, like, how... Like, some of this stuff is actually pretty sophisticated now. Like, because we have a whole, like here, for example, these multi-meshes. If I go to this, I can actually randomize the colors on the towels based on this gradient. And there's still one multi-mesh, so it's just one draw call. But okay, we need detergent jug. Water, heater, washer, dryer, which are the same model, because I'm just going to use textures. Laundry, hamper. Let's see, do I want to do any of the nice textures with these? I'll just say that those are fine. I just set them to be like a material. Oh yeah, we need all of our ottomans, so like, let's just say tables. Flower pots look good. Double bed. Twin bed. I think the folded fabric does need a UV, so let's get that. So yeah, because all of these have the same model. Brick, hanging, shirts, dresses. Yeah, the dresses are in this little wardrobe, which I think I showed off at one point. As that. And hang on, it's dark. The screen is a bit dark for me. Probably because I have a window open. But spring is around the corner, which is nice. And I think... Wait, where the heck was this thing? Oh yeah, I have that already as one of my customizers. So in the duplex, we have a nice countryside curtain somewhere in here. Yeah, okay, so we already have that looking nice. Do I want anything else? Oh yeah, we need the sun's books. And I think for these binders, I'm fine with having them be... Well... I think what I want is actually... binders... I can do a standard, like, paper and noise texture on those. Or, like, grunge. And then I think pillows... Am I fine with them like this? Because they're basically just a random noise texture. Okay, anything else? Anybody else I need to... Oh yeah, the underwear drawer. Inspired by my actual closet, where I just have a shelf like this and I just put a little, like, bin there. Which means, where did they put their clothing here? I guess they put it in this thing. So I should probably have... on this side... Let's see, so we got this one, yeah. Actually, wait, why does this one... Oh, I see. This one has it there. Oh, yeah, because I wanted this one to have the wisp in the middle at all times. So this door will open, and then this wisp is still there. So it's not attached to any specific door. But yeah. So yeah, probably more stuff in that one. Do I want to do that, though? Maybe I'll just leave it up to the player's imagination, I think. Oh, right, the clock-like objects, which are both clocks and the smoke detectors. Okay, what are the other things that I need? I need, right, hanging clothes. This wall decoration. Yeah, lots of tables. Oh, the motorcycle. That's gonna be a big one. Okay. So we got our little runner here. We needed a bowl. Lots of things, and I still don't have all of the little things here. Like, I want some more sprites of, like, vegetables and stuff. Oh yeah, bag of beans. Bag of beans and cereal box. The TV, the console. I'm proud of this rug. Oh yeah, the sectional couch. Right, we don't need those, but we do need unique textures for those. So I guess once I do that, we then have draw textures. So basically this is saving and preparing all of the files that we need, and then we can have, for example, drain cleaner, spray bottle, I don't know, toilet freshener. Oh wait, the bleach jug. There's a bleach jug that I completely forgot about. Okay. I think what I need to do in the future is have all of that encoded in the to-do list. I just didn't want to write it down because I've already written it down. Okay, so the bleach jug needs two things. It needs antifreeze. And the bleach, as you might imagine. Oh yeah, and then front mat. Did I have the bath mat in here as well? Yeah. Oh wait, no, I already did the bath mat. Okay. So I think that means we can get started on this, and I'm gonna have some of this stuff have like some default materials. So like nice wood, is that what I called it? Yeah. That's gonna be there. Oh, okay. This thing already has a texture. So I did some of these. Okay, yeah. Good. Now I'll have to remember which ones I already did. Okay. I should have made them... Oh, dining table as well? No, I don't care. Dining table can just be wood. It has plenty of detail from the runner. Okay. Okay, we have all of the tables, actually. We don't need those for the UVs. I already did those. And the toolbox we did. And the water heater low res. Okay, anything else? Ottoman I did. Sectional I did. Okay. Sectional couch. Yeah, because I forgot that I did do a lot of work. Do we want the wardrobe to have a texture? I think I do. Yeah, we'll do the wardrobe. Sectional, ottoman, lamp, end table. Dining set. Oh yeah, that's the, I just use one material for all the dining stuff. Or the dining table and chairs. Okay. Rug, table runner, table runner. Okay. So this is our full list of things that I need to get. Go to Blender. Let's just start getting them. So yeah, my typical strategy is to go through Blender, export all of the UVs for all of these to separate files. And then what I do is I go to, whatever the heck I go to. Okay, so I think generic is where the bathtub is. Yeah, bathtub associated stuff. Yeah, I already did this, I'm pretty sure. In fact, let's double check to make sure that I haven't done this already before I start wasting more time. I do not have the most efficient workflow, I think. Okay, UVs here. Okay, we don't need any of these. Oh, wait. Okay, so it looks ready to export because on my other computer I already exported all of them. But I can't be bothered to actually get them. Well, would that be fast? That would be faster. Hang on. I'm just going to go get them off that computer with a, like, flash drive or something. I'll be back in a second. Okay. Thankfully, this computer is my dedicated, like, watching YouTube on the couch instead of, or despite the fact that we have a TV computer. So, it's always on hand. Let's see. So, I need to log into this. Very exciting. And then, I need to figure out and remember where I put it. Probably in Scratch Space. Which is what I call the space where I use things. Okay. Put that in there. And I think that means... Okay, yeah. It's good. Okay, now I just have to figure out a free USB spot on this... Oh, geez. Between the computer and the USB hub, I had one free space. Okay, Coolio. Scratch Space. This is all of our UVs and our standard noise. Which, well, I like my new standard noise probably. But okay, now we can go into there. Don't even need to bother with that. Yeah, okay. Oh, I completely forgot about the broom. Is there anything else I forgot about? The vacuum? Okay, yeah, we got everything that we need, I think. Let's double check. Okay. Tub, trash can. Oh wait, let's actually just go through like these. So bag dry. That is the bagged food. Bathtub 1. Trash can small I saw. Bed double, bed twin. Bowl. Box cereal. Broom, I didn't even have that. The chair antique, chair sun. Oh yeah, the sun's chair will probably need a texture. I think the antique chair, I might as well make a texture if I feel like it. Got our clock-like object. Coffee table, desk drawing, detergent dryer. Laundry hamper. Yeah, so we got most of our things here. Oil jug. I think... Oh, wait, no. We don't need that one. That's redundant. Okay, ottoman pillow section. Right, I called it section, not sectional. And I already have it. Oh, the sink. Sink 2. Yeah, and then we got all of our tables. We got our toilet again. We don't need that one. Trash can small. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff. Not everything, though. TV table, vacuum, water heater. Yeah, I think the next things that we'd want are... to prepare the UV... Oh, wait, we got the water heater. Yeah, so not everything. Wait, Sun's bookshelf. Do I need textures for that? I think I will simply not have textures for it. We got plenty of interactive stuff here. Because what I can do is also do get this thing. So what if I just get like dining set? Yeah, I think that's fine. So yeah, we don't bother with that one. And that means here... I guess all of these we still need textures for, actually. Okay, folded fabric, hanging shirts, hanging dresses, underwear drawer, hanging clothes. Or these are going to be hanging coats. Wall decor, TV. I think for the TV, we're going to do 2 materials on it. Okay, so I didn't get all of the UVs, but I did get a lot of them. Oh wait, wrong place. Okay. So yeah, for example, how does this... Oh right, clothes folded are a different thing. Maybe get this thing, one of these eventually. There we are. There's gonna be... There we are. And I think, as I said, all the UV text, or all the textures, actually... Oh wait, do I want this? No. Well, not yet, at least. Okay, let's get this... Yeah, let's just call it Sun Bookshelf or something. I would probably shade that smooth with some... Wait, why did I not do this? Yeah, that makes that easier. Okay. So that's 2 more of these down. Sun's bookshelf, which I forgot to put in here. Okay, and I think for the welcome mats, what I'll do is just make sure that they're squares like that. Yeah, okay. They're good. So yeah, let's say front welcome mat, inner welcome mat, I think. Where's the welcome mats? Hang on. There we go. What if the bowl, you know, is looked at from above and they see it's not sitting in the ground? Okay, these, for example, I think these should all be, are these all the same UV? Oh yeah, because they're scaled. Where are these anyway? Oh, coat rack, okay. Let's do maybe a compose here. Okay, so I'm going to call this coats compose. Guarantee that these are all the same thing. And with my newfound technology, I can actually use different textures for each of these coats if I wanted to, but I probably won't. Because I'm probably going to just make him a noise texture with like a dark pattern. But okay, like is there even like, how would I even begin to make a seam here? Like that? That's terrible. I mean, I guess if we did like this. And we just have like a texture that's, you know, twice as long as it is wide. Eh, good enough. So yeah, I might just like have some like 3 noise textures with different colors there or something. But okay. This wall art, okay, that wall art is correct. Let's double check to make sure that the top is the top. Wait, hang on. There we go, okay. I now remember how to do that. Okay. TV. Okay, the way the TV is going to work is I'm probably just going to have a plain noise texture on the back. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is this. Okay, I already set this up the way that I wanted it to. Basically, select that. Oh, and the wall decor is correct. Hanging coats. Good. Underwear drawer. Oh, and we got the hanging shirts at least. Okay, so that drawer is down here. Okay. I think the rest of these are things that I need to do elsewhere. Okay, I need to keep this open on this window so I actually know what I'm looking for. Alright, double check that it's not in here, because the desk drawing is in here. Ooh, right, I set these all up to do this. Oh, wait, okay. I think this texture actually exists, though. If we go to here. So what I'll probably do is I'll just add a layer of grunge on it. Yeah, books and stuff. What is that texture? Probably called books and stuff. Desk drawing details. So okay. That should be there, then. Unless I forgot to, like, save that file. Oh, wait, this is over here. Okay, the binders are all one texture. And I already set it up how I wanted it to, like, 8,000 years ago. So let's look for the console and all that other stuff. Motorcycle. I think products is going to be one place. That's going to have the jug cleaning. Did I not save this UV? I guess not. So next thing, probably folded fabric. Where would that be? I feel like it could be in here. C for clothes folded. No. Interior? Clothes folded. There we go. Okay. Okay, the hanging dresses, which were in the wardrobe. But let's do the console first, because I know where that is. Gizmos. Okay, and the last two are in the wardrobe. Which actually, I'm pretty sure that's in the duplex. Yeah. So, I think, first of all, if we get these three, I think what I can do is mark everything as sharp. No. Mark everything as a seam. And then we just unwrap. Okay. So that would get us everything that I want here. Oh, wait. Let's separate these out a little bit, because I think basically this would be the back. Yeah. And then these are the doors. No, some of those are doors. Huh. Interesting, okay. So the three short ones are the sides of the thing. And then these three longer ones are the doors. These are the shelves. This is the inner shelf here. This is that thing. Okay. So that'd be quite easy to texture. However, that does mean that the inside and outside would have the same texture. So we may want to figure out how to deal with that. But what I will do then is... Oh, this has the exact same UVs as the other thing. Yeah, so we'll just use the sun's, or the hanging shirts as well. So wherever those are. H, probably. But okay, not... Well, there are a lot of textures, actually. This is like 30 textures. Yeah, 5, 10... 10, 20, 30... Why does it, like, scroll by, like, 2.5 lines? I can't tell. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 37, 36 textures. Alright, so if I wanted to get that done in 4 hours, that would be 8 minutes per texture. Maybe 5. Alright, let's see if I can start that. Oh, wait, I forgot to... Oh, wait, no, okay. I did save that. Alright. So get all of our textures here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's a lot of tables in here that don't need to be reprocessed. So get the tables out of here. At the 3 tables, I mean. Okay, so I believe the rest of these are all necessary to be, like, UV processed. So we just come back into here. Thank you, Blender, whatever the heck this is. There we are. Insert many files. Open many documents. Okay. So I think just processing and saving all of these will take like an hour, because it's going to take like 30 seconds each, probably. Because basically I need to decide how big they are, what noise they have, and then where they get saved. Okay, let's start with our standard noise. Okay, broom. Easy, 128. Actually, let's just resize each of them. Chair antique, 128 again. Chair sun. Clock. Easy challenge. For these coffee tables... Wait, we don't need the coffee table. We already have the coffee table. Desk drawing. We're not going to do anything with the desk either. Detergent. Standard formulation there. 64, I'd say, for the dryer. 128 for the hamper. Because we need to see that detail. And here, I'm going to say 128. I don't want to get lost in the detail of it. Wow, that's going to be very little detail. Wait, we already got the oil jug. And the ottoman, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we got the ottoman already. And am I going to do anything? I'm not going to do the pillows. And we got the sectional already. I think for sinks we do 128 by, or as a standard. Already have the toilet UVs. Already have the toolbox. Trash can small. Another man's trash or one man's trash is another man's environmental storytelling. So we need extra detail there with a whopping 128 by 128 texture. Didn't we get the water heater already? And here, let's hope I can figure out which one of these is the drain. Actually, I'm going to say 64. Why am I doing... Why is this... Hang on. Auto. Nearest neighbor. It's using nearest neighbor by auto. Oh, because it was a multiple of 2, I guess. But yeah, we don't need a lot of detail for the texture, or for the beds. I think for this, I might do something like a grading or something. No, you know what? I won't do it. Okay. Got all of them. And then we decide which noise we're going to do. So I'm going to just get the grunge layer first, because that's going to be the most common. In fact, we should probably have... I'll just put this here first. In fact, let's have a default opacity. I'm going to say like 13% opacity for most of these. So yeah, this is what this would look like by default. Say like that. Can we like copy this layer? Okay, there we are. See, now we get some extra things, and I can also do, I'll eventually figure out how to do the noise for the other part. I'll do each noise one at a time. Why is this, like, not moving? I'm using the middle mouse button specifically to pan, and then it wasn't panning. Okay. Antique chair. Do I want the antique chair texture still? And I'll move these around a little bit, so that way there's a little bit of, like, variation in the grunge. You know, it's basically using a unique random texture if you just use one big random texture and then move it around everywhere. Dryer, yeah, that's fine. Motorcycle will have that. That'll have that. I think there's only a very limited number of things that even have the grain texture, for example. That's typically wood. And then the noise textures for things like fabric. The grunge is for anything that's flat. Or like, not particularly rough. You know, because coarse fabric, I would say, is the appropriate place for the noise texture. I'm putting all of these kind of in the same place. Okay, and then I think we put a background on all of these, and we do a little bit more processing. Actually. Oh wait, I can just do that instead. Efficient workflow. Reduce the context switching your brain has to do. Just do like one relatively simple action over and over, and then switch to a different action, instead of doing a series of complicated actions. This is basically why computers are more efficient when they batch. But of course, for a computer, it's also because they have to physically load the instructions from a place, which maybe that's how your brain works as well. It has to, like, you know, your brain has to activate different neural pathways. Oh wait, no. Hang on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. We're just going to call this flats. Oh wait, I should probably have it be here. So basically what I do is we just copy this layer into here for all of these. And then we'll do the same thing. And then we'll save all of these files and see how they look. Actually, is there a shortcut to move a layer down? I think I can just make a shortcut. Well... Nah, in the time it would take me to figure out where to do that, I could just do this. Okay, imagine how much time this would take if I was doing each texture individually. Probably longer, overall. But maybe not. Who knows? Maybe it just feels faster because each texture gets a little step. A little bit faster. Okay. Now we need to get all of these actually saved. Oh, they're all in the... Okay. So yeah, this is going to be the long part because I have to do... Actually, what if I just bookmark the place where I want these to be? I don't know where I want them to be, though. I think each one needs to be in a different place. Duplex will be room, KRA, probably in details. Actually, I should add that to my thing. Where's the grunge? Why is this not? There we go. It, like, forgot for a second. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to, like... Environment, decor... Duplex, details. Let's just pin this to quick access. And then what I'm going to do is move that to the top of quick access so I can easily see it. Wait, what? Delete that. What the heck did I call this thing? What the heck was this again? Oh, this was chair antique. Okay, there we are. Grunge. Okay. And I think this one actually is going to go into interior. Probably products. No. Okay, so I already have detergent there. Dryer. Probably in interior as well. Also, somebody has like a chainsaw outside. Oh, we already have that. Okay, well, hopefully this one. Hopefully some of these. I swear, actually, I have these. So if we did, like, laundry. Ooh. Yeah, I bet you if we go to interior here. This one is also exists. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay. Motorcycle. And this one would be generic. Let's see, decor, generic. Sync 2. Okay. And I think this is interior trash can small. Let's call this vacuum 1, because I might have different shapes of vacuums, but I'm going to reuse this wherever possible. Or at least reuse the UVs. Right. Okay, bag dry. I think I probably have this already, don't I? Okay. I am well. How are you? Okay, so this one... I keep messing that up, doing the wrong things. Okay, so this goes to generic... I did like half of these fucking things. Oh well. So like, this would be... so fucking dumb. Ah, well, it was probably faster to do this than check each of these. Okay, so this one just goes to bowl. Yes, I would not be surprised if this also has been done before. Okay, so I think all of these are now existing in the world, so I'm going to attach all of them. Let's see. Why is this? There's like crap. Yeah, I'm currently working on texture. So. Did I remember this stupid thing? Wait, hang on. Did I, like, do all of these? Where the fuck is Amir Books? Video game? Did I, like, forget it? I'm going insane. Hang on. Where did I fucking put it? Oh, I put it in the actual UVs folder. Hang on. Did I, like, not copy this? Hang on. Eject that. No, it's not. That flash drive can figure it out. Okay. So the UVs here. Okay, were these the UVs that I actually needed to do? No, because this still has a bunch of tables. And, like, things that I did. What the fuck did I do? Did I, like, misclick? Okay, I think I misclicked, because it looks like this has things that I... Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for the ones that I didn't do. Console, for example, desk drawing. I don't need that. Dryer, jug. No, we do need the jug, I think. Not that. Not these. Not that. These are good. Trash can small, TV table. Okay, I think these are the last of them that I actually need to do. I, like, opened the wrong folder. Yeah, my tea is already cold. Hang on, I'm gonna get some more. Okay, back now. Oh wait, hang on. Sorry about the... If you heard my... Whatever that was. The, standing table. Converting to standing mode. Okay, get these back. We need more of our books. And such things as books. Okay. $256, I think, for these would be good. I think 64 by 64 for these will be fine. Actually, let's do 32 by 64. And then I need to make sure that's locked again. Clothing. I think just 64 pixels. No, what if we want some graphic tees, though? I'll do that. Okay. I got detergent, didn't I? Yeah, I got detergent. This jug, though. Okay. There we go. And all of these just need the grunge. Did that work? Did I press the wrong button? Hello, video game. Hang on, copy this layer. Can I, like, edit? Paste layer. Where's my paste? Why is it not working? Basic things just don't work. Is there like is it like pressing something else? So like if I control C and control V, is the keyboard broken? Hang on, try this again. Okay, let's test to make sure the keyboard works. So if I did this, and then I did that. Okay, control C and control V don't work on this fucking keyboard. What is wrong with this keyboard? Copied. Control V. Okay, the letter V works. And I can see Control C. I see that it says copied. So then if we edit, paste, what the fuck does that mean? So we edit, we copy, then we edit, and we paste. The clipboard broke. The Windows clipboard broke. The Windows fucking clipboard broke. It's like if the electricity turned off. I don't even know what this is like. This is like, hang on, Windows Explorer. Can we like do hang on. Restart Windows Explorer. Okay, so if I do this now, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let's see. Various textures for different things. For things around the house. Unfortunately, I have some technical issues right now. I think I'll just restart the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna restart my computer and be back in a few minutes because this is broken completely. Actually, let's save all of these first. So let's just go... Yeah, let's save them to the correct place. And also, this song's too much for my brain right now. I don't need, like, bombastic things while I'm, like, saving files. Okay, so this is gonna be TV... Array, details. I don't want this one either. Okay. Amir books, details. This is clothes hanging. Thanks. I'll save these images and then restart. Okay, so this is... What the heck is this? This is close folded. Right, so this should be interior. Gizmos, so this will be console, array, gizmos. And we might have the jug cleaning already, now that I'm looking at it. But okay, products. But kind of incredible that, like, the Windows, the clipboard broke. Did I forget to save this? I think I exported it or something. I'm going to double check to make sure, though. Yeah, replace that. Okay. Close that. No. Okay. Alright, restarting my computer. I'll be back in like a minute. And we're back. Let's see. Let's get this stuff up and running. Okay, I should probably get Firefox as well and restore our previous session. Let's see. Yeah, we got our music going. Good, it's in the same place, same playlist. Okay. So yeah, this might be what finally gets me to switch to Linux for all development and then only use Windows for testing. The main issue would be I'd have to figure out like how to do that for my computer. Like, would I dual boot, which would be like a massive waste of space? Because you have to be like, you have to assume that like there's a maximum size. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I'll figure it out. Let's get Krita again. Actually, let's test if I can copy and paste. Because if I can't copy and paste, I'm gonna install Linux live on stream. Okay. I can copy and paste again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that they could break the clipboard. How? Like, what could even break on the clipboard? It's like a space in memory that you write to and read from. There's nothing to break. Like, did the fucking RAM fall apart? Okay. Let's get all of our things here. So we got coat. Close folded. I like that they have a very loud leaf blower right outside my window. We got jug. Oh wait, we already have jug cleaning. Have I like gotten the same things twice now? Okay, so now we go 6. I think to Emir Books. Okay. 7th. Oh wait, I can just do whatever's under console. Wait, no. Does the order changes each time? The order changes each time I do the list. Okay, but I think this is all of them. Ugh. That got me so angry. Like, I was on the verge of smashing my keyboard because I thought that it was broken. Okay. They should invent an electric leaf blower. I mean, I know they have them. I don't know why they don't use them. Maybe they're, I guess it'd probably be they're heavier, more expensive, harder to repair, and, I don't know, a few other issues, like longer to fuel or recharge. Why is the grunge 100% opacity? Hang on. That isn't what it's supposed to be. I must have been I must have been using the wrong layer. Or yeah, I just completely used the wrong file. Open it again. Do it again. Do it all again. I'm gonna see if I can see. I can't even see the leaf blower. They're just incredibly loud. Okay. Get everything that we need. Alt F. What the fuck is going on? I tried to press Alt FR to open things using the keyboard accelerators, because you can do this. Okay. So I'll go a little slower this time. We don't need detergent still. Okay. This time I'll wait for it to show up. How is it 120? How is it like 32 by 32 fucking pixels? I'm copying this entire layer, and then I'm pasting the entire layer right there. That's what I'm doing every time. I'm pressing the same buttons every time, copying the same thing. How did it stop? How does... How does pressing the same buttons in the same program do different things now? Because I'm pressing Control V to paste the layer, and the layer is 1024 by 1024, so why is it in some of these files, when I pasted it, it was like 64 by 32 or 128 by 128? Because it seems like it was copying the layer from the previous image and pasting it in. This is not what I fucking did. Okay. Okay. I'm only a little mad. It's like I got shit to do, and this is the shit that I got to do. So I'd like it if the computer wasn't fighting against me at every single turn. Like, because for example, why can't the computer just keep up with me? Like I'm pressing buttons. Okay, so it's a visual glitch. Take your time, Krita. It's a 128 by 128 image. I know that that's quite a lot for Krita to handle. Jesus Christ. Oh my fucking god. Okay, it must be some sort of race condition from operating on multiple files. You know, so it could do minor things like, you know, visually paste the image of, you know, paste in the size of one image into the size of the other image. But it could do more serious things like crash the application as well. But okay. Ugh. Okay. Save these as well as like tv.jpg or whatever. I don't fucking care. Wait, actually... Oh, wait, okay. This is here. So basically the reason I'm going to export these is so that then... I guess we have them, I guess. So we'd have, for example, bleach. And then, like, jug antifreeze. Not antifreeze. There we go. Okay, so this will be, like, clothes hanging. And this needs to be a PNG, though. And it actually needs to be several PNGs, so I'll just... Well, I won't bother with these ones. Or I won't bother with that one until later. Okay, so this would be actually interior. And this is going to be like coat. Should go into duplex detail. Oh, okay. So what would I even want for this, for example? I'm gonna not bother with that. I think for this, for now, I can just do a dark gray here. And I'm fine with that, basically. I could do, like, some vents on the back or something. No, let's do the important things first. Okay. I don't know what would be here, like, just, like, black clothes or something. And then, I don't know. Socks? Socks are probably an uncontroversial bet here. Let's see, what else would I even want here? Actually, we should probably have this as like a background, and then we have this as UV. This is socks 1. This is going to be the basket. And then I'm probably just going to have like a nondescript like set of colors back here. Let's do like that or something. No, no, no. I think white is the right color here. And then, yeah, we're just gonna have like this. I thought something made a noise. That's not quite what I want. Well, maybe it is. And I'll just do like that, basically. So now we can have like different textures here. All right. This only does the one layer. Okay. All right, let's have another pair of socks here. Incredible. Oh wait, we need shadows on these socks. Okay. Alright, do I want anything else with this? No, I don't care. Okay, perfect. I gotta figure out... I need to do... I really should have done a better job with these UVs. This is a terrible setup. I don't know what any of these are. I suspect these two are the backs of books. Oh, God. Well, let's get some of this stuff in here. And hide that temporarily. Get this. Wait, let's do the textures first, actually. Let's do the easy textures first. I don't want to do any hard textures now. I might just do noise on these. You know, because we can just do a noise. Like that. And then if we did a colorized. Like that. So if we get this triplanar here. Right, triplanars now do that. So yeah, I should be able to then have a gradient here. Colorize this. Yeah, we could do that. And I'm going to have like different shades of blue here. Maybe like some black, and then some blue, and then some yellow or something. Like that, maybe. Let's make this a dark gray, though. Maybe a dark purple. There we go. Colorize that. Very soap-coated. Doesn't feel quite authentic. Get this to be a dark blue. And then what we can do is we can have a smooth gradient between, you know, like this, basically. What would these look like? So now we can see we have these broader ranges. I'm going to do then also maybe like a gray here. Colorize that. Yep, this is a bedroom. Okay, so I think we need a darker blue here, almost black. Then here, this will be that shade. And this red, I think this needs to be a deeper orange, and this will be less purple, more like that. I think we need more blue. There we go. That's the richness that I'm looking for. Okay. That's fine. And also I said I was going to do this later, but I'll just do it now. Phew, okay. Can I like grab? Can I click on the thing that I'm trying to click on? It's okay. We will need more. Well, we could do with more like stuff down here. I don't know. I'm like beat now. I've been beaten down. Yeah, okay. I shouldn't have made this place so complicated to figure out where anything is. I should have just put all the UVs and textures in one gigantic file and then just like had them there. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, get the bed double. It's gonna take a long time for Krita to figure this out, I guess. Okay. So, happy to see I did it worse than the thing that I was setting up, so I probably should have just saved the ones that I made. But I've been burned by that in the past, by like accidentally destroying my own work. Why are these ones 256 by 256? That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna bother with it. I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, we'll need some books. Oh my god, Krita, can you please, like, just open the files? How is it crumbling and dying from, like, I get that it's a big image. I mean, 1024 by 1024, that's a big image. Okay, which one of these do I keep? I don't keep... I'm not going to bother keeping clock-like. We're just going to keep clock. Okay. Let's start with the tables, really. Let's start with the big geometry. Yeah, I think we finish up the tables, we finish up the sectional, we finish up that stuff first. And then we do everything else. Okay. Standard UV, so this should be table, TV, there we are. Nice. Table coffee. And a lot of these I had set up with just very simple placeholder textures of all the same wood grain. So that way they don't like stand apart so much. Do I want anything with this? I probably do. Because we have the ottoman, don't we? That's not what I did. Hang on. Go back to wood 1. That is not what I fucking wanted to do, Godot. I dragged it onto the material slot to make a new material. Oh my god. Okay, well, at least it saved its parameters. Okay. The computer is fighting me. It's actually fighting me. Do we want a wood ottoman? Would that be comfortable? I mean, it wouldn't be that comfortable. But I'll be fine with that. Oh, we need decorative pillows. Fuck me. Okay, we do need pillow textures, I think. Let's go back to UVs then. Let's get pillow. Go to Blender. Get the UVs. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of juggling all these files. I thought this would be more efficient. I don't think it was. Okay. Pillow. Okay, so let's see. I think we can just go with 64. Yeah, that seems fine. And then we go to standard noise. I'm just going to keep standard noise. But okay, we're going to set all of this to some standardized value here. This thing's big. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be big, because... Okay. So I think grunge here. I think that's good. Paste that there. Thank you, Godot. Thank you, Godot. For pasting the wrong fucking thing. Okay. Phew. I think I might be in the wrong headspace to stream anymore. This might be the type of work where I just have to do it with like a video or podcast or something to take my mind off of how angry it makes me. Okay, decor. Pillow. Probably gonna go into interior pillow. Okay, so eventually I can figure out how to make these pillows look nice, but for now, this will be fine. So yeah, we go back to our pillows. Let's start with like a... Ah, God, I have to do something. Okay, what would a decorative pillow look like? Let's see. We could do something like this. Yeah, I think we make it symmetrical about one axis and then fiddle around with that. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna say, get that about that color. And then I'm gonna do symmetry. Let's get some nice reds in here. I like this shade. So yeah, I'm looking at more this texture perhaps. And then we can have, I'll have that part done eventually. Let's do maybe some very dark desaturated blue. Alright, I like that. Yeah, I don't mind that. Okay. Well, this doesn't really feel like the right vibe, to be honest. Ah, well. Maybe we get a bit more like green or something to make it a bit newer looking, because this is like a very old pillow. Because we could have some green in here. It's a bit too noisy. You know, it does feel very much like just kind of random. Ah, well. Actually, let's have some, like, larger spaces of just, like, color. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't feel like anything. Okay, well, let's try it. So this will be decorative 1. Actually, let's make this detail a lower opacity on this. And actually, what if it's a multiply? Ooh, I like that. Look at that. That's kind of nice looking. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, let's do pillow decorative. So basically, these two pillows, they don't have any customizers. Hang on. Material reference, that. There we go. Okay, so now we go back to duplex, re-import the scene. Okay. So here now what I can do is I can get both of these, and then I can do probably that and decorative. Scary pillow. It's just scary. It upsets me. Let's try a little bit more like this. Yeah, more symmetry, I think, is what we need here. Let's see, how do we do that? Maybe a bit more floral here. Yeah, that seems okay. And then we get a darker blue like that. Look at that. See, now it doesn't feel like actually kind of like scary to look at. Do I want a darker green here, or lighter green maybe? Okay, let's see how this feels. Okay, that feels a bit more like a decorative pillow, rather than like scary nonsense. And then on this side, I'll just do like a little like this, since we don't really see it at all. Maybe some green here. Okay, that looks all right. Yeah, okay. Not doing much. But okay, I'm gonna get the tables now. So close all of these for now. Oh yeah, I can't right click and close all. But yeah, I'm thinking, how do I get how do I maintain my sanity while working on this project? Is I guess my question now. Okay, because if it's going to be such a battle to even just make the textures, I don't know. I do think I should switch to Linux, but then that begs the question as to how do I test on Windows? Because I have my fair share of problems with Linux, but I can typically like fix them. I've like lost my ability to think. Okay, decor. Duplex detail, I think. We need all the tables, because I'm going to do all the big furniture first. I'm also fiddling with my microphone because it's not in the right place. It's too far from my mouth, I think. Where's my creative files? Are they all under detail, I think? No, here they are. Okay. Sectional. Okay, get the ottoman. Sectional. Table coffee. Table entry. Table garage. Upstairs. Toolbox. Wardrobe. Okay. Good to work on all of these. We need to figure out, for example, which one of these is the top. Which Well, this will be easy. Okay, close this. I'm tired of like looking at that. Okay, so we got front. So this is our front, and we also know that this is the top of it. Okay. So I want to look up antique ottoman. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of wood on either side. I think we do about there. We do this. Okay. Detail. Wait, we need, yeah, this is grain. So I think we get this, we get it a little bit lighter. Interesting that it chose to do that, even though it was at a halfway pixel point. Oh well. Okay, well, let's see if this works. Okay. That feels fine. Right, I forgot. This side, though, is the actual top. So what I'm going to do then is get rid of that. No, get rid of this. Let's actually do... So I want something like that fabric there. I think now we do need to multiply. Yeah. That'll be fine. So that's the little like green line here. Okay. Then we don't need any of this stuff. What is this? Is it here? Well, that's fine. And I think then what I do is we remove the noise here. And instead we get the grunge, which I've did not open standard noise. Okay, so now what we do is we get this and then we paste it into the ottoman. And then delete that. Okay. And here we delete the grain. Okay. And I'm realizing as well I did not put that on these ones. Okay, on these sides it's just 1 pixel each. And also it doesn't even go to the fucking end. Oh god. Hang on. My computer keeps thinking I'm holding Alt. Okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call that fine. Alright, the sectional. Oh wait, no, this isn't... What the fuck? I clicked this button, didn't I? Whatever. Okay, so we need to do... Wait, no, not that. Hue, saturation, and value. That's what we need. Okay, there we go. So then I just need to figure out what is what on this abomination. So what comes after the texture? It'll be the last part of this house. So then I'll start designing another place. But yeah, let's see. You know, I think what I can probably do is... And I learned my lesson. You do not drag and drop a shader onto a material that exists, because then it just changes the shader of the material. So we need... sectional. See, where's our little Tetris piece here? Okay, I see. So if we just hide this, or I know, detail. Let's get this as well as a multiply. Let's see. Not quite done with houses. It'll be a bit more. Let's see. Or I have about... I actually have most of the houses left still. At the moment. I'm just going... Or I'm building each house one at a time. But okay, let's say... Wrong thing. Let's do this here. How detailed is this? Okay, there we are. Man, I have a great idea. What if I used my tablet that's purpose-built for drawing instead of doing this with the fucking mouse? Okay. So basically we have like this and then this. Yeah, they have a lot of unique things. I guess they have a lot of... Let's see, cybersecurity has some programming, but not a lot. Though a good a good understanding of computers is still required, though. But okay, let's say this. Lower this down a little bit, make it a bit more blue. There we go. So that way it's a little bit less horrible looking. Okay, see this in action. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting into some textures. So I need to figure out where the heck anything is on this texture. Okay, so like, where is this stored? Okay, here. So that means we can do something like this. Probably something like this as well here. Actually, how the heck do we do... Yeah, okay, I guess it'd be like this. And then we have this down here. So this is like the cushions. Okay, that's one cushion. And then, I guess here, do that. Okay, where's the other cushion here? Okay, so we'd have this at about the same position as the other one. I don't actually know how big they are. Right now, we do this. Okay. Okay. That's coming along. And then, do I want to do anything fancy with this part? I guess I might as well do, like, this. See, are these all... Okay, so all three of these are in the same spot, and then these two are flipped the other way. And then I think the rest of this, I don't particularly care how it's shaped. Yes, I could get this, though. How do we actually do this? Okay, so it goes something like this. Okay. That's probably good enough for me. I might get this little piece, though. Okay, so right in there. Right. No. Here. Okay, and that's going to be good enough for the sectional. Let's make this a little less gray, though. I think we get this, turn it white, get this, reduce its opacity. Reduce the opacity of this as well. And reduce the opacity of this just a little bit more. I think that's fine. I think what I'd really want to do is have finer lines, but I don't want to go through them again. Yeah, that's going to be fine. These pillows, though, I would like them to have unique pillow material that is like blue or something. Let's get a little bit lighter, more saturated. Yeah. It doesn't look it's kind of a mishmash. Yeah, I think that's fine. They got some mismatched furniture. Okay. So that's the sectional. Table coffee. So I don't think we even really need to do much with this, but maybe we do. Yeah, that's this thing. So let's make sure top. Okay, so that is the top of this. So I think what I can do, or what I'd like to do, is maybe have a unique texture for the top of the coffee table. I'm thinking like, hang on, my music died again. Yeah, because what if we did that, and then we just have this, and then we actually do multiply here. Multiply. And then what I do is get this. No, I think I like keeping this the same as it is. And that's not terrible. I've done worse. But what I will do is I'll get that material, because what we're going to do is have the top of the table for the TV have the same thing. Wrong thing. Okay. So, am I finishing this project in March? Probably closer to September. We need a front face here. Hang on. Okay, good. So this is the front face. Let's make sure that the top is the top and the bottom is the bottom. Okay, good. And that means that I can figure out something to do with this. Detail. Because I'm thinking we can have, like, drawers in here. So something like... make a darker wood here and then get the grain, and we're going to delete the grain because we're going to get the noise. and put that right in here. There we go. Actually, do I want to do anything more with this? I don't want to do anything with that at all. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna have standard TV. Wrong one. Okay, here, what do I do for the actual TV? Hang on, we need to go to the Weston house. Yep. Okay, so where the hell is the TV? How does it work? Flat screen, that's what I called it. Okay. Okay, so a flat screen. Okay, save this as flat screen. I guess material. Make unique. Let's say, what sort of texture do we have? What does this look like? Interesting. Basically, we have a TV, and because of the way the TV works, it actually doesn't, yeah, I'm gonna do 256 by 256, maybe? How many... what does this actually do for us? Anyway. Okay, I see. Okay, so I kind of want something fun in here, rather than just like a random texture. But I don't know what to put yet. Why do I have reference photos in the thing? Oh well. Okay, so what I might do is just have a black texture, actually. For the time being. Actually, I'm gonna do... what if I did this? Oh wait, no, if I do a mirror, that's gonna fuck it up more. Because yeah, I'm thinking basically like, what if we had a very dark mirror here, and then I add mirror 3D? Or just that, I guess. Oh, I know. So we'd basically have that right there. Very close to the screen. What about there? And this would have... that. So how does this look? What if it's very dark blue, like that? Okay. I want to see this in action. So what was its purpose? The game is about taking photos around town to solve problems. Basically. Yeah. I need to go this way. Where the heck am I going? The duplex, right. Doesn't look very good, but that's okay. I can't make everything look good. Oh wait, I was supposed to look at the TV, right. I don't see any reflections on it. Oh, because it's still... Hang on. Godot crumpled and died. Oh wait, no. Hang on. No, wait. No, this is where it's supposed to be. Am I missing something for the camera? How is a mirror 3D supposed to be done? Yeah, okay, so it just has the mirror 3D, and that sets up everything else. So, why is this not set up properly? Ah, well, whatever. At least it looks about correct. Okay, so we need more textures here. Let's get the rest of our tables done. Because we have this entry table, for example. So let's give that the same texture. Because I think a lot of these, so table entry... Okay. Same deal as the other ones. And I'm going to do that with all these. Okay. So, ask you some things later so you can teach me. I'll consider it. Though I'm more interested in, let's say... Yeah, I don't know if I have the time to do teaching as a job as well as the game development. Oh wait, hang on, we need that. There we go. Okay, let's look at our shitty textures, our just awful textures here. So they're all gonna have this same, like, nasty color scheme of, like, lighter on top, darker on bottom. And they're basically wooden blocks. Because I can't be bothered to figure out... Well, I could do some sort of, like, standardized shelf or something. Like, I gotta do more with this. It just looks bad. It just looks really bad. It's such a horrendous color as well. Like, look at this thing. Like, this needs to be like a beige or something. Gray would be, yeah, okay. I think gray is a better color here. Maybe the floor color could be slightly lighter to indicate some shading. I hate the color of this couch. I just can't stand the, like, weird... Like, it just stands out so much. Yeah, I think we just need to do an even gray for it. You know, just get a slightly gray, slightly bluish gray, like that. Oh, right, hang on. Make this just a multiply layer. And then it's just, okay, then it just does exactly what I want. Okay, I think that is good enough to make me not want to puke when I look at this thing. Okay. Get both of these to use standard. Okay, okay, there we are. Okay, so we need some drawers on this thing. Okay, let's do like this. So I might try to actually make I don't know, something here. Let's do a soft light. Interesting. Okay, and then we're gonna do dark here. Multiply that. And hopefully, I could potentially put this in here, because yeah. Get the coffee table back. Why did that... I was hoping it would open the folder in which I was in, rather than a bunch of nonsense. Okay, but let's see if I can do something with this. Huh? It's a multiply mask. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Hang on, get this line back. Why did I even, like, copy and... Why did I not just, like, do that? Then we can get this, we can delete that. Okay. I guess the main question is, does that feel like anything? And I think the big thing, first of all, I'll move that a couple over. And also, I think move this down one. And then move this one down one. Move the whole thing up one. Okay. What? What the fuck? I am my own worst enemy. Okay. So that kind of hints at there being two things here, so let's do that. Okay, that gives some detail there. Some much needed detail. And I think I might just literally copy and paste that onto like this, for example. Is this UV? Yeah, this is the UV or things there. Actually, let's double check to make sure that the table entry is how I expect it to be. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think the rest of these are designed how I thought they were, or how they should be, which is basically everything is like oriented the proper way. Okay, so I'm just going to copy and paste that like sprite there. Yeah. Because that's that. And that's that. So I think now we can go back to here. And we can see this same thing, like on this table. Look at that. There's shelves, drawers. And that makes it look more like an actual like table of some sort, rather than some like awful thing. We can do the same with our little coffee table and all those. Okay, this section was done. Table coffee. I think what I can do... That isn't what I wanted to do. Let's do nearest. Look at that. Nice. I kind of want to use the entry table now. So basically, multiply that. Oh, and then I see. We need to do 2 drawers here rather than the 4. Okay. So then what I can do as well, move that this way. I know what to do. Merge those, delete that. Get this whole thing like that. Grab this, Look at that. So now there's just a smidge more detail here. Look at that. You can feel the depth. Okay. So now we have all of those working exactly how I'd want them to. Okay. Now we get the toolbox. Red toolbox, classic red toolbox. It's going to have the drawers like this, yes. Okay, and I assume that I did this correctly as well. That was part of making the UV layout, so hopefully past me remembered. Okay. Basically, what I'm going to do here, we're going to have some light gray. Something like this. So we'll have like 3 drawers that are like divided into, I don't know, thirds or something. Man, how the heck do I divide it up into thirds? I don't know. I'll do that instead. Let's actually just put this like that. Let's get this, actually let's get this whole thing here. This is going to be shading. This is going to be detail. Multiply this. Lower opacity. There we go. Basically what we have here, some larger shelves. Okay. Does that have a shortcut? Shift L. I think what I might do for these is this. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Do that then. Okay. Actually, Shift L. Oh wait, I'm doing E. There we go. There we are. Basically good enough for me for some sort of thing. Except for the fact... There we go. Okay. Remove that. So this is whatever it is. Oh, that's a nice toolbox. It should have wheels or something though, but oh well. Okay. So yeah, now these are fine. Table coffee. Table entry. Okay, so that's some big pieces of furniture taken care of. Okay, get some food and cereal and stuff. Okay, details. Unpin that as well. I gotta do... Bowl, broom, this, that, that, that. Alright, that's the wrong thing. This one. Any other details here? No, no details here. Okay, let's see what else we have. So there's probably some Krita images here. Do we have this? Desk drawing details. Did I not save a PNG or a Krita file for this? That would be very unfortunate. Not yet. I'd like to though. Yeah, let's get the motorcycle. That's an important one. Motorcycle Krita. Yeah, so ottoman, tables. Where's our water heater? Oh yeah, it's probably an interior. Let's go to food first though, because we need the bags for food. Bag dry, that's what it is. And then we need bag or box cereal. I have to create them with Krita. I'll be doing that now. Yeah, let's start on the motorcycle. Hang on. Also, I feel like my chair isn't quite right. Hang on, I'm gonna go into standing mode, do some stretches. Okay, let's start with the motorcycle, actually. Because, yeah, it's a big one. It's interesting. Do that. So, yeah, we can start with the basics of this. Oh, wait, I was in the right place already. Duplex, motorcycle. Save that. Because, yeah, we can start with the basics here. If I can get the basics. Okay, so I think what is all here actually? I think we can do everything except for the spokes. Yeah, so let's go to like motorcycle. This one of these spokes should not have that. There we go. I like the kind of folded paper look this has. That's kind of cute. But okay, we're gonna need to go to the motorcycle. Let's see. What am I looking for? Royal Enfield. Oh, Enfield, not Endfield. Okay. So I think we do the red and white color scheme, or the red and gray. Let's see how that'd look. Okay, something like this is what I'm looking for. Classic, Royal, Enfield. Let's actually do like a... How old can Royal Enfields get? List of Royal Enfield motorcycles. Oh, they've been doing this for a while. Let's see. Let's do the WDL. Oh, right. They're gonna have those colors. CO50. Wait, I just typed a bunch of gibberish. CO350 is what I wanted. Maybe we just do the black color scheme. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay. So we're gonna color this basically black. Maybe some fake shine on the top. Right, and I was wise enough to like group these together by related colors. Okay, so this is gonna be fuel tank. Oh, right. Okay, how does that look? This looks about right. I think more like this, though. Okay. And then red like that. Let's do a deeper, meaner red. Actually, and also, did I make sure to get all of these interior colors and then delete them? I did, okay. So we're going to call this the, like, RS or something like that. Right now. Actually, yeah, let's do this. R, and then we're just going to have an S like this. Ooh, I should have done that on a separate layer. Hang on. Okay. How does that look? Is that going to be... Oh, it's going to be duplicated. Hang on. We need to figure out something that's going to be symmetrical. Let's do AM or something like that. What if we did max? Okay. Oh, wait, but it's still gonna be flipped. What if we just delete the text? No text. Instead, we'll just have, like... Actually, what if we make this more symmetrical? Okay. Yeah, I'm making them or I'm making each part, one by one. Yeah, so for the gray interior, yeah, we want some internals in here. Let's get the seat. I want to do the seat. Okay, that's up here. Seats. This will be pretty easy because I'm just going to make it brown. I kind of like having the decals here. What I could do... So let's test it without this. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay, main thing to do, though, is we're going to need to figure out where the top of the gas or fuel tank is. Probably right about here. Okay, yeah. So what I think we do for this detail here... Huh? What is happening? There we go, okay. I'm going insane. Let's see. Do I have all the details about the motorcycle on that sheet? Right now I'm looking at some photos. Or of the same kind of motorcycle. Yeah, let's do that. I don't need to check every single exported thing. Let's see. I think the exhaust pipe. Let's get that, because that's going to be easy. Okay. That's going to be, actually, I think... What am I looking for that provides the same... Oh, right, okay. The reason this is kind of weird is because... Why is it clicking the wrong thing? I'm like on the verge of a meltdown at every single possible turn. But okay, exhaust. We're gonna do, I'd say, maybe this sort of gray. Alright, I put these slightly too close together, but that's fine. It'll only make the result a little bit worse. Okay. So this is the exhaust port. It still has me holding Alt. Every single time I Alt-tab, it forgets to release the Alt key. I'm trying to... Too much shit is going on, hang on. Okay, I'd gotten a phone call from my brother. Also, for some reason, I can't do Alt-A. Have I ever, like, forgotten how to, like, select things in here? Like... Okay, I did forget how to... I just forgot how to select things. I was thinking of Blender, where Alt-A and Shift-Alt-A are those things. Yeah, I think my mood is deteriorating precipitously. Yeah, because now I'm getting a bunch of texts because my brother wanted to buy a couch. And he wanted to send me photos of it. I got, like, a bunch of stuff here. That looks pretty good, actually. I think we can go with that. Because basically we have a Turkish floor couch. Which is nice, except for the fact that it's not actually that comfortable to sit on for very long. Despite the fact that we sit on it for a long time. But okay, so I've lost... Oh, okay, I see. What? Wait, is this selecting multiple layer? Sample current layer. Click. It is that color. And then I press B, and it's that color. And it's not the right color. It's not the right fucking color. I'm gonna kill myself. What is this fucking pixel? I think I'm not in the headspace for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it early. I need to go, like, take a walk or something. Okay, but I will come back to that. I shouldn't have even closed Krita, because basically I'm just going to take like an hour-long walk, and then I'm just going to do the textures on, like, off-stream. Because, yeah, me getting increasingly angry at all the, like, shit on the computer, it's not going to improve my mental health. Or it's not really good stream content, I should say. But okay, thank you for stopping by. I will see you later.